Let's jump right into this explainer on enterprise AI control with NetScaler. Look, I know pretty much everyone listening is incredibly eager to weave AI into their workflows. I mean, the hype is absolutely real, right? And the potential is just massive. But as you've probably discovered firsthand, taking that really cool, exciting AI pilot and actually scaling it safely across the entire enterprise, wow, that is a formidable challenge.
So, here's our roadmap for today. We'll start by tackling the AI abandonment problem, and then we'll introduce the AI gateway. From there, we'll get into taming the AI chaos, explore the model context protocol, and wrap things up with protecting the AI frontier. Let's get to it.
Section 1, the AI abandonment problem. Why are enterprise AI projects failing?
Okay, check out this projection from Gartner. They're estimating that by 2029, a whopping 35% of AI projects are just going to be completely abandoned. Now, to put that into perspective, the broader context is actually kind of fascinating. That 35%, it's actually a pretty big improvement from the 60% abandonment rate we were seeing back in 2024. So, the industry's definitely learning. But still, a 35% failure rate means a massive chunk of enterprise AI initiatives are just hitting a wall and failing to deliver any real value.
So what's actually going wrong here? Well, these projects aren't failing because AI fundamentally doesn't work. Far from it. Gartner points to entirely different culprits. We're talking weak governance and oversight, serious risk control vulnerabilities, operational inefficiencies, and just totally unpredictable returns on investment. Basically, organizations are stumbling because they lack the proper guardrails and the clear visibility needed for these tools to actually thrive in the real world.
Moving on to Section 2, enter the AI gateway, centralizing control and visibility for AI workloads.
All right, so if the core problem is unmanaged chaos, the solution really revolves around this one core philosophy. The NetScaler AI Gateway, and I quote, turns AI into a managed enterprise service rather than an unmanaged set of integrations. Available in their 14.1.66.x release, this gateway serves as your central command post. It governs traffic, optimizes routing, and enforces policy across your models. It essentially brings order to what has honestly been the Wild West of enterprise AI. Let's break down what that kind of order actually looks like in practice across 4 core business outcomes. By applying the networking strengths we're already familiar with directly to AI workloads, we get a huge payoff. First, streamlined operations, thanks to a single, simplified integration layer. Second, enhanced efficiency via intelligent routing and load balancing. Third, we can lock down security and governance with really consistent access controls. And crucially, number 4, cost management. Token tracking actively prevents that runaway spend we all dread. This is exactly how you take the massive headache out of scaling. Section 3, taming the AI chaos. Real-world scenarios for cost control and performance. Okay, we all know a Mr. Greedy at the office, right? The thing is, with large language models, your cost and performance are tied directly to token consumption. So, Mr. Greedy is out there running these massive, insanely heavy queries that, unintentionally, of course, just eat up your entire token budget and drive compute costs straight through the roof. Meanwhile, you have Mr. Polite. He just has light, essential daily tasks to get through, but his experience is totally degraded because the resources are completely monopolized. Without guardrails, Mr. Greedy blows up the budget and pretty much ruins the tool for everybody else. Well, here's how the gateway fixes this incredibly unfair setup. First off, NetScaler enforces strict user-level token rate limits, which ensures Mr. Greedy gets capped before he breaks the bank. At the exact same time, it's feeding detailed, granular usage data straight into Splunk or, whichever observability platform you prefer. This lets you make data-driven adjustments instead of just guessing in the dark. And finally, real-time routing actively directs requests to the fastest responding model at that specific moment. So you get much better utilization and way faster responses. But listen, taming chaos isn't just about speed and cost. It requires really strict governance, too. Take prompt templating, for example. This is brilliant because it restricts how the AI is used by design. You can lock a healthcare LLM strictly to clinical topics, literally preventing users from asking about random geopolitical news or, worse, trying to extract corporate secrets. Combine that with LLM redaction, which scrubs sensitive data like PII before it ever even reaches the model, and you are vastly reducing compliance risks, especially in environments where data protection is absolutely non-negotiable. Section 4. The Model Context Protocol, bridging AI agents and enterprise systems securely. Now, if you haven't implemented MCP yet, you really need to know that its adoption across critical industries is accelerating like crazy. MCP, or the Model Context Protocol, is essentially a standardized relay bridge. It allows your AI agents to securely request and receive structured data from your enterprise applications without ever needing direct access. No messy, custom, hard-coded integrations required. It keeps all your sensitive business logic completely out of the AI model itself, which is a huge win. Let's walk through how this relay actually functions in a real-world financial services scenario. Okay, step 1, a user asks their AI assistant about account risk thresholds. Now, instead of the AI querying the database directly, which is a security nightmare, the AI agent uses the MCP language to securely contact the MCP server. That server acts as our bridge, right? It steps in and queries the internal risk management application that actually owns the data. Finally, step 4, a structured, strictly governed answer is returned to the user. The AI gets the precise information it needs without ever gaining raw access to your databases. What's super interesting is that NetScaler actually introduced an MCP server for their own console. Right now, today, this interface allows AI agents to securely query application inventory or check ADC health incredibly fast. But look at that future roadmap. Based entirely on customer feedback, they're planning to use this foundation to allow AI-assisted configuration changes directly on ADCs, along with automated policy updates and even WAF enablement. All of it safely governed under the hood. Talk about a real game changer. And finally, Section 5, protecting the AI frontier, defending self-hosted LLMs and MCP servers. So the absolutely crucial point here is that we need to stop pretending AI is magically immune to hackers. It's just not. Self-hosted LLMs and MCP servers are exposed via HTTP APIs, just like literally any other modern application. Attackers know this. They're actively using sophisticated prompt injection patterns, they're throwing malformed JSON data at the servers, and sending massive, oversized payloads just to trigger internal APIs and exploit your backend logic. Because LLM requests are inherently untrusted by nature, bad actors will try absolutely everything to bypass your application logic entirely. You simply can't leave these APIs naked out there on the internet. NetScaler's Web Application Firewall, or WAF, steps in as your absolute first line of defense. By leveraging their latest wave of WAF signatures that are specifically focused on LLM threats, it actively neutralizes these malicious requests early. I'm talking way before they ever reach the execution layer or the model itself. Catching these AI-driven threats right at the front gate drastically reduces your risk of data exposure and costly service disruptions. Wow. Okay. We've covered a massive amount of ground in this explainer, right? Everything from the scary high abandonment rate of AI pilots to token rate limiting and the power of the Model Context Protocol. But I want to leave you with one final provocative question. I want you to look really closely at your own infrastructure right now. Is your AI just an unmanaged integration, or is it a fully governed enterprise service? Because honestly, how you answer that question might just determine whether your AI initiatives scale successfully or if they just end up in that 35% abandonment pile. Thanks so much for joining me today, and keep innovating safely.